Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another one. Tuesday night, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, the world's most dangerous and controversial podcast. And the reason is that way because I'm like that. Now, can you dig it? Tokyo Heat. That's what we call every Tuesday night. Tokyo Heat. With my man Sonny Ono. Now, I don't know if Sonny's here or not. We will reach out to him and see. But as of right now, hello to everybody. Make sure you hit that button, that like button. Make sure you share because it is on like a steaming pot of neck bones. And I've been gone for a week. But I'm back now. Been gone for a week. But I'm back now. And I hope everybody out there is doing good. Some football going down, y'all. I've been wanting to talk about a lot of things as far as Deion Sanders, as far as the Dallas Cowboys, my Pittsburgh Steelers. It is on, baby, like a steaming pot. This is my time of year, baby. I'm telling you right now, I haven't been able to work out worth a damn. But ever since the heat has subsided, you guys can see I've been hanging and banging in the combat zone. That's what I've been doing, baby. I feel good. I'm like James Brown, y'all. I'm feeling real good. And I hope y'all feeling good too. But at the end of the day, hey, man, I'm feeling good. Can y'all see the excitement? Can you see the excitement? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all remember the old Harlem Heat music, man? I like to leave my old theme music when I come out, you know what I'm saying? You know? But, hey, Quan, what's up? Just a guy. Night Strader. Just a guy. I'm waiting on a federal background check. Shit is taking forever. What do you need a federal background check for, just a guy? What's up, Quan? My Commanders got steamrolled by. Yeah, man. I don't know what happened in that game, bro. Says business. I don't know what happened. That was a weird one. But I thought, well, you know, it's still early, man. So we still got time to correct a lot of things. And I think that's what we'll do. I like the Commanders, man. But at the end of the day, let's see if Sonny's out there, y'all. I'm finna look for Sonny right now. Yeah, Kevin, Colorado ran into a buzzsaw, man. You knew what was gonna happen, man. What's up, real cool? I had to take the week off, man. Had some things to do. But I'm back now, man. Like I say, brother, I've been knee deep. I've been knee deep in the gym, bro. Y'all see that? Y'all see it? Y'all see that? I'm telling you, man. I ain't playing. I got things to do. I got things to do, bro. Where's my phone? But yeah, man. Let's see if Sonny's out there, bro. But like I say, man, I took a slight sabbatical, if you will, and I have to do that sometime, y'all. Well, man, sometimes I get stressed out. You And people don't realize it, but I get stressed out and had a few things going on, stuff like that. But yeah, man, Colorado, Prime doing his thing. Everybody hating on Prime, everybody loving Prime. But at the end of the day, man, Prime is putting up the numbers, man. The ratings are through the roof. The memorabilia is through the roof. All the different commercials and things like that are through the roof, man. Let Prime do his thing, man. Don't hate, appreciate. What's wrong with that? Don't hate, appreciate. Everybody want to hate. I like to appreciate. I don't have a lot of hate in my heart. I only got hate in my heart for walking fuck-ups. You're a walking fuck-up, yeah, I got hate in my heart for you. If you're not out to uplift somebody else's life, yeah, I got hate in my heart for you. But that's just me, man. You know it real cool. Prime them doing their thing, man. But you know something? I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Alpha, what you talking about? Alpha Omega, what's up? My boys slipped up this weekend. Who's your boys, man? You talking about Prime them? You talking about Prime? Or you talking about somebody else? Who you talking about? Because, hey, man, it is what it is. Right now, things are going to be kind of topsy-turvy for a lot of people. A lot of people got their stuff together. A lot of people don't have their stuff together. You know something? Just the guy said, weak-ass Dallas Cowboy. Man, this is a thing, man. I just got off the phone with one of my best friends, man, talking about the Dallas Cowboys. And I had another debate in the gym today with another friend of mine that works out at the same gym that I do about the Dallas Cowboys. Just the guy. Man, the thing about Dallas is they got championship. This is just my assessment. They got championship talent, but they don't have a championship mentality. Does that make sense to you, just the guy? Because at the end of the day, I don't care what kind of opponent you have. Does anybody remember back in the day when Tom Brady and Peyton Manning was at the top of their game? They didn't give a shit if the team hasn't won one game. They came out there and tried to put 50, 60 points up on your ass. They didn't care. So you can't go into a game with a mentality like I'm all of that and a bag of chips and then give up 220 yards on the ground and then give up another 190 through the air. That's over 400 yards of offense. 400 yards of offense. And what does every Dallas Cowboy fan say? Oh, it's Dak Prescott's fault. When you come back and blame a quarterback for your ineptability to play the game at the level of which it's supposed to be played, then you don't know shit about football, man. I'm going to just be honest with you. To blame that game on Dak Prescott, you're just looking for a way out. And that shows that people really don't know shit about football. You give up, how many teams give up 400 yards of offense and then actually wins that game? How many times you going to do that in 1 year? Maybe the Minnesota Vikings last year, they probably could do it. we seen Minnesota win 11 games by one field goal, but yet they still won 13 games though. But that's an anomaly though, bro. Kirk Cousins had to throw for 400 and some yards 3-4 times last year just to win games. That's an anomaly. That's not normal. But at the end of the day, I'm talking about the Cowboys. I mean, this is a thing, man. You know, it is what it is. Cowboys, brother, and you know this. Cowboys. You know what I'm saying real cool. See, don't nobody want to listen to me, man. You know, I have to tell Vince Russo this all the time on the podcast that we do together. I haven't been wrong. Every prediction, I'm like the Black Nostradamus. Yeah, I'm like the black Nostradamus when I come up with predictions, bro. Nostradamus might be off every now and then, but look at those quatrains of which they call them. Go look at them, and then go look at old Ray Dog quatrains. Yeah, Kron, they ain't winning shit. Kirk can't do it this. Oh man, Kirk can't do it this year. But anyway, man. Yeah, I'm the black Nostradamus, just the guy. Yeah, my predictions are never wrong. And I tried to tell friends of mine, if you looking past the Cardinals, do not be surprised if something goes wrong. Because you cannot go into the NFL thinking you all that and believe your own press clippings and think you about to steamroll somebody's ass. No, it don't work like that. Because I know you're coming and I'm going to have something waiting on your ass. Yeah, when you get home, I'm going to have something waiting on your ass. That's what happened. So don't try to blame Dak Prescott. He's not the one that came up with the game plan. Or CD Lamb not trying to get open, sitting there throwing his hands up trying to get a flag. Or when the ball hits the defensive back in the top of the head, he could have jumped up and tried to catch it. Man, that shows a lack of hustle. What y'all talking about? You don't want to hustle, get your ass off the get off the fucking grass. Let somebody else play. You're probably right, James. But that's how I'm saying. I'm calling the future, James. That's what I'm doing. I'm putting the future out there. But at the end of the day, bro, come on, brother. Hustle. If you're that good, go out there and make a statement. Don't come back trying to blame the quarterback. You never led in the game. You 11 points behind. All of a sudden the interception go, oh, Dirk, that's all they was like waiting for. Oh, Dirk's no good. Same thing you say about Tony Romo. Oh, we'll never go anywhere with Tony Romo. Kind of see a pattern here? As long as Jerry Jones' tired ass is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, they ain't never going nowhere. Another one of my predictions. Yes, James. Another one. I predicted this 12, 15 years ago. As long as Jerry Jones is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, them dickheads ain't going nowhere. They'll make the playoffs, maybe. And then they'll let a rookie like Brock Purdy come in and keep the ball for 8 minutes and you never get it back. Come on. $700. Oh man, Kevin, did you see that? Woo! I don't even have a comment on that game, bro, because I've never seen anything. The worst game I seen was when I was a kid here in Houston. The Minnesota Vikings came in with this when I was a kid, with Fran Tarkenton and Chuck Foreman and John Gilliam and all those guys, and they beat the Oilers 62 or 63-7. That was the worst ass whooping I ever seen in my life. But damn, this was back in the 70s. Today's game, you don't supposed to score that many points or even give up that many points. Brother, you know, they need to stop drug testing the Cowboys. They need to. Man, let's get Sonny on, man. Sonny's in the green room, man. And it's Alpha said this. It's not that, bro. It's the Vegas books. If the public is steering toward us in the best that would be influenced by the refs, the public needs to. Well, if that's the case, then what the fuck is anybody watch? If the shit is pro wrestling, why does anybody watch the fucking game? The games are about covering the spreads, not getting your ass handed to you. The game is about covering the spreads. Okay? And if that's the case, then why fucking play the game if everybody knows it work? Why pay a motherfucker $250 million if everybody knows it work? I think when it comes down to the big games, It's too early in the season. But when it comes down to the big games where everybody's watching, I might agree with some of that. Some, especially like the Super Bowl and stuff like that. And certain teams, they want to get in the Super Bowl. I can agree with that then. But right now, you got to earn your keep, baby. Earn your keep. Don't like your job, quit. That's what I always say. Sonny, oh no, what's up? Sonny, are you there?
Yeah, what's up? What are you doing?
What's going on, Sonny? Just talking a little football, Sonny. Sonny, I started not to have you on tonight so I could talk some football.
Soccer? Soccer? Is that what you
But
Soccer.
since you was off last week, yeah, football, bro.
Soccer.
You know what I'm saying. Wait a minute.
The game you only play
Just the guy just said, would you take Taylor Swift from Kelsey? You know what? Just the guy. I believe that whole Kelsey thing with Taylor Swift is a work to make people watch the Kansas City Chiefs. And you notice this guy getting all these commercials he getting this year. Now all of a sudden he's with Taylor Swift. See, they can't put that bullshit over on no Ray Dog. They can put it over on Sonny. They can put it over on people like that. You can't put that shit over on me. Taylor Swift is just like being a silent partner for an NFL team. What's up, J-Dog? That's what that is, brother. Don't believe the hype. Everybody talking about a football player dating a very, very known singer. Do you know what kind of eyes that brings to the NFL? And then when he fails, then what? When he's dropping passes. Sonny, then what? When he's dropping passes.
He was thinking about, Taylor Swift, so it's okay.
No, it's not okay. You won the Super Bowl last year.
I know, man, but, they already won it. What does it matter?
Win another one. What do you mean, what does it matter?
It's all work. You just said it.
I'm saying, yeah, I know. But see, a lot of people, everybody's talking about the Taylor Swift and Kelsey thing for the last couple of days. Do you know what that does to an NFL team? Now you got to come and talk to the media, and first thing they asking guys that ain't got nothing to do with Taylor Swift. Hey, what do you think about? What do you think about your teammate and Taylor Swift being in the audience? Yeah. What about that, Sonny?
It's all work. I mean, it's a publicity thing, right? If they can get
my boy Knight, huh?
If they can get more eyeball on the product.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly what it is.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe now, of all the women out there that anybody seen Kelsey, the guy looks like a model, okay? The guy looks like a model. He's a multi-millionaire, and I'm gonna be wasting my time with Taylor Swift and them dimly legs. Come on, bro.
I don't know. I like.
I need to be out. I can't even go to a restaurant now because I'm out with one of the most famous singers in the world. You kidding me?
I think that's all good.
Not for me. We might be friends, but hey, dog. I'm Jason. I got to go hang out. I don't need some famous singer who traveling all over the world. I need my gal with me. You dig?
All right. How do you like your new logo? Right here.
What? I can't see it.
You can't see that?
No, come up a little bit. My stuff is blocking the bottom of it.
All right. There it is.
Oh, that's
That's you. Angry black man.
I'm not angry. Why you call me angry?
Well, Ernest and I had a conversation. I was on his podcast.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's going to have you on.
Perhaps.
And
wait a minute. Rich Franklin said Kelsey picked the right woman. I don't believe it, Rich. Jason Kelsey, I mean, come on. Have you seen this guy? This guy probably got Sonny, this dude probably got to fight fight women off.
I'm
I'm
sure
a
he got
I'm a multi-millionaire. I'm a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
maybe and if he's a decent guy, yeah, he's got
Of
everything.
course he's a decent guy. You seen his mother at the game. She raised those boys right. Not like you. Not like you. She raised those boys right.
You don't know. You don't know. At least
And
I
now
know
all of a
one.
sudden you want to go date. This chick done dated everybody under the sun. I don't want no woman that's done dated everybody, brother, and I'm a somebody.
Well, you don't know. She only had. How do you know she dated all these women?
I seen them on television.
No, man. I bet you Kelsey had dated more women than Taylor Swift has dated more men.
Probably, so what?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
I didn't say anything was wrong with it. I'm just saying I don't believe it.
Well, no, I agree with you on that. It's work.
If I'm a big time football player, the last thing I need in my life is a celebrity hanging on my arm. You know what that does to a human being, brother? You're going to be a nobody in a couple of minutes. You don't believe me? Go ask Kanye West. You don't believe me? Like my man just said, Jimmy Tip, Jessica Simpson, and Tony Romo. You remember that? I was just talking about that earlier today at the gym. Yeah. The man missed one pass. What they blaming on? Oh, Jessica Simpson. That's what he been around with Jessica Simpson. I mean, come on, bro.
Man,
Because I took a vacation in Mexico.
people just have to realize everything is work.
Now my boy DTA 550 say Taylor Swift look like Walmart checkout girl. Hey man, that ain't right. That ain't right. What's wrong with a Walmart checkout girl? Sierra fucking up Russell Wilson. Yeah, look at Russell Wilson. Can't complete a pass now. What about that, Sonny?
Hey man, they have to make it. They can make. Kansas City. Kansas City, like
Hey, you went out. You went out. That's not me though. I think it's you. Sonny. I think Sonny went out, y'all, but it's not on my end. Everybody still hear me? Answer me this. Why did that they put Kelsey and Swift as a good as guy go, but when Romo brings Carrie Underwood and Jessica Simpson to the game? Yeah, I don't know, Alpha. I don't know. Then they're a distraction. You 100% right about that, man. I don't know. The Japanese products are better than the ones we get from China, to be honest.
there you are.
Okay, what's going on, brother? What's going on with your shit? Everybody's saying that you're using Japanese products. I had to defend you and tell them that the Japanese products are better than the Chinese products. I had to defend you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
To be honest, But anyway, that's what we've been talking about, man.
So, why were you off last week? What was going on?
I can't remember now.
That's what happens when you get old.
I can't remember. I've been hit on the head with a few chairs. I had something to do. I didn't do the Monday show either.
Huh.
And the
I've
Tuesday
been
show.
busy. I was gone.
Yeah, I know. And tell us about that. How did everything go?
Well, let's see. I went to the Denver for the NFT thing,
Right.
and then week after that, I was at the Starcast, which is a real small Starcast though. It was a smaller one.
Right. I seen some of the pictures a lot of people were posting.
Yeah, Chicago. But I brought Kawada, one of the four pillar of heaven with All Japan.
Okay.
He hadn't been in the United States for 38 years, so I brought
I
him in.
remember that. How'd that go?
That was amazing. The comrade told me he had the. What's really surprised me, he had the second most pre-sale
Uh huh.
at signing, uh, but he hadn't. He wasn't exposed to American audience. So I was really surprised, but there was because All Japan was not on TV here in the United States.
Uh huh.
But all those people who trade tapes back in the days,
Uh huh.
so they all showed up, and it was pretty cool. And I did a talk show with Eddie Kingston, and
Right.
did that. So that was good. Showed him good
Right.
time. And Eddie Kingston, I don't know, do you know him?
Yeah.
Real nice guy.
Yeah.
And he talked about how that he patterned himself after Kawada. Um, so it was really nice. Did about
Great.
a hour and change of a talk show.
Mm-hmm.
And then last week I was in Las Vegas.
Right. That's what I was asking about.
Okay, so yeah, so I was there for another the Web3 gaming convention, which is they asked me to come in do signing and stuff, selfie and
Mm-hmm.
sign. But I always think this is not a wrestling audience, so I don't know how many people are going to want my autograph. You know what I mean? But I was pleasantly surprised how many people were there, and
Uh huh.
I did a little talk show there, Q&A stuff about plight of wrestlers.
Right.
Lot of retired wrestler who, as we know, and I got Perry Saturn there with me.
Was
He
Perry
never
there?
comes out. Yeah, I dragged Perry out of
Does he live? Where does he live now?
Albert Lee, Minnesota,
Oh, okay.
about 30 miles north of Mason City, my home up in Iowa,
Mm-hmm.
and got him out. So it was good to see him. You know, his hip is gone. I mean, he need to get that operated on. He can barely walk.
Oh, is it that bad?
Yeah, he could have used the wheelchair while we were there.
You kidding, man?
No, and
Wow.
but what's nice about the game that I'm involved in, this rule game, uh, wrestling organization online. It's not out yet, but they're agreed to give 10% of proceeds from all the sales
Mm-hmm.
to the wrestler in needs. A lot
Right.
like Perry. I think they
Right.
give Perry a good, helped him out a lot. Perry
Mm-hmm.
owns his own home now, and he's on disability, so he makes ends
Right.
meet. But he's
Well,
been touched.
I tell you the truth. That's one of the main things. That's one of the main things I'm writing this book about.
Hmm.
I'm, but I'll talk to you about that later. But when I hear about people like Perry Saturn, it makes me sad
It really is sad.
because at the end of the day, man, professional wrestlers go out of their way to entertain the people, and they give their bodies and they give their soul and they give their hearts to this business of which we call professional wrestling. And then at the end of the day, you got nothing to fall back on,
Yeah,
and nobody gives a shit about you anymore. When you
yeah.
can't go out and bust your ass and travel up and down the road 300 days a year and miss all of your kids' birthday parties or
Oh,
your
graduation,
wife,
everything.
this, that, and the other, and nobody cares. And I won't go into all the particulars right now,
Yeah,
but I want to bring a lot of that for the forefront.
yeah,
And it's not just fans that I'm talking to, that the message is going to go to. I'm going to send the message to everybody that has profited from professional wrestling.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't be like that.
No,
It
it
shouldn't
is.
be like that. We should be taken care of. You know, I took care of my body pretty good through the years. And I've never been an alcohol guy and I've never been a drug guy. But that has nothing to do with it. The thing is the physicality. The physicality that a professional wrestler goes through on a yearly basis, especially when he's a very successful, not the part-time guys, okay? I'm talking about the guys that's got to be on all the big shows all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's here or whether it's abroad, you're always in demand. Even when people don't see you, you're always in demand. And you give your all in that ring, man, to entertain the fans because the fans deserve it. Whether there's 10 people in the audience or 20,000, you give them a show. And you leave a piece of your body and a piece of your soul and a piece of your heart in every town. And then when you can't do it anymore, they just take you behind the barn, just like an old racehorse, shoot you in the head, and send you to the glue factory. And I got a fucking problem with that.
Well, that's even more humane than what happened to a lot of these guys because, I mean, and Perry being an example, but
Right.
there is. I mean, he's on a disability. He just got a disability, so he got a little money, and because they have to pay him the back pay and stuff, so he got himself a little home, and nothing to brag about, just a home. So, he made
Right.
ends meet. But he tells me, his disability check is gone in first 10 days.
Right.
So I try to get him appearance and stuff, but he won't do them because with the disability thing works is that if he makes money, it comes out of that.
Exactly.
Unless he's making more money than the disability,
Right.
it doesn't work. So, he can't even do signings.
Right.
But there should be but as far as the industry goes, wrestling
And that's
industry, there is no safety net. I mean, it's 1099, no employee, no
well,
you're not an employee, so you don't get no health benefit. You get nothing, and there's no education.
and I blame a lot, and I blame a lot of that on us
Sure.
as professional wrestlers, because but the professional wrestling mentality that the company set up. What I'm saying is, professional wrestling used to be subculture.
Oh yeah.
And once it became a part of pop culture, you still got a subculture state of mind as it pertains to professional wrestling and how you see yourself. We as wrestlers never saw ourselves. It's the same way I look at young hip hop generation. They will keep you separate. You will never think about how important what you do is and how much strength you got in numbers. Because at the end of the day, some 18, 19, 20-year-old guy gets thousands of dollars thrown in his face. You won't think about the business. You're just thinking about yourself.
And today.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. You remember Jesse Ventura
Right.
tried to unionize
Right.
wrestling, and
Mm-hmm.
he never got past
Right.
few guys because the top guy ain't gonna.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. It keeps you thinking in an individual state of mind. I got to get mine. Fuck
Yeah.
yours. So you're not thinking about tomorrow. You're just thinking about today, like you just said.
Right.
So I put a lot of that on us. But I'm going to bring light to it in a big way. I'm going to bring light to it. And I'm blaming the people like you, Sonny Ono.
Who? Me? What?
I'm blaming the Sonny Onos of the world. Yes. Who had the knowledge to help a lot of young people, but you never did. unless they was Japanese. Yeah, you went out of your way to help the Japanese guys, but you didn't help the brothers and some of them other and the Mexicans. Why didn't you do that, Sonny?
Well, here's the deal. I
Okay.
told all the guys, I said, hey, real estate, real estate, real estate. I told them, I said, hey, you making $750,000 a year after tax. Let's say after taxes, let's say after taxes you're doing like 400 and change. All right.
Okay.
I said, you don't need all that to live on. I said, you should be investing in real estate. And my thought about real
In
estate.
Hawaii?
No. I always say, hey, town you live in, think about
Right?
the next city, the big city where you are,
Right.
right? Look for the best highway, the main road,
Okay.
and then go out little ways where the lands are still cheap and buy that land and hang on to it. Make sure it's
20 years from now,
That's right.
there it is.
That's how I made it.
I hear you.
You know.
Yeah, man, but there, I don't think you passed down your message like you should have. I don't think people was taking you
Well,
serious.
no, but I'm gonna tell you this is a true story. You remember the
Okay.
cruise we did?
Uh huh.
Cruise we did for WCW.
Yeah.
This is a perfect example. Perry Saturn
Okay.
flew in. He
Okay.
He was on the road. Came in. All he had was his, workout clothes and gear.
Right.
He didn't want to go on the cruise, but I talked him into it.
Okay.
And so I picked him up at the airport. He, he said, I got to go shopping. I said, okay. I said, yeah. I don't have any clothes. I said, okay, we'll go shopping. There's a mall right down the street from
Okay.
Marriott. He goes, no. I want to go. And here's a man who came from not everything. You know what I mean? He struggled to
Right.
become a wrestler.
Right.
Uh, and and uh, and he wanted to go to like Rodeo Drive or Miami. He wanted to go way downtown by the Miami Strip, whatever that is down by
Uh huh.
and he goes to a Versace shop
Okay.
and buys a $750 shirt. And I said, Perry,
What was he think? What was he thinking?
I said, why do you need $750? Nobody cares,
Right.
aside from you. Fans don't care you wearing a $750 shirt. I said,
Right.
it's a shirt.
Right.
$45. You can buy a nice shirt.
Yeah.
And I think he dropped probably about 3 grand on clothes.
Oh wow.
And I said,
Was
all
this
you know,
before? Was this before I took him shopping?
it must be.
This had to be before I took him shopping.
It must be.
See, I took him to old Ray Dog's place down in Baltimore, and I hooked them all up. But see, old Ray Dog don't get no credit for that.
Yeah, remember Perry used to wear that little
I gave him that.
yeah. Yeah.
Where Perry gonna find something like that at? Minnesota? Iowa? In the Midwest? No, baby. Come on, dog.
That was a good look for him, and nobody else
Yeah.
except him.
You remember Eddie Murphy had that hat on in The Golden Child?
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I'm hooking you up, baby.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm hooking you up.
Yeah, and he didn't cost him arm and a leg.
No. I took him, Eddie Guerrero, who else was in there? Dean Malenko,
Yeah. I just saw
and Chris Benoit. I said, I'm tired of y'all coming down to the wrestling looking like that. You know how fly old Ray Dog look, man. When I want to dress, I can lay it down, baby. That's me. That's me, baby. I'm from the disco era. I'm from the disco era, brother.
Yeah, me too. Shit. Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
I said, look, man. I said, when we get to Baltimore, I'm going to take all of y'all shopping, and I'm going to hook y'all up with my man. They said, okay. Did you notice when they start coming to the shows with nice clothes on?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. Remember they had nice clothes on because remember they were radicals. Remember they
Right.
were radicals. and right after that, they all got pissed off and left.
Right,
WWE.
right. I had to take him. I couldn't look at him like that no more, bro. I couldn't look at my boy Eddie. Me and Eddie used to crack. We from both from Texas, so we would always crack on each other all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I couldn't do it. I said, look, brother, when we get to Baltimore, I'm gonna take y'all downtown. Cause you remember we used to do that building right downtown in
Yeah. Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Remember what we had the diversity training? You remember the diversity training?
Mr. Goodley, Tim Goodley.
Yeah, Tim Goodley. Is he the one that set that up?
Yeah, he brought in that white lady from New York. Remember when she
He
talked to
he
us?
should he should have been fired on sight.
Remember when she talked to us? She goes,
Yeah.
I'm from New York. I'm going to talk slow because you guys are from Atlanta. And we all looked at each other. There's only a couple people here from Atlanta.
Yeah, nobody from Atlanta. Some of them might live in Atlanta, but who's actually from there?
I know it.
Sting
Right
wasn't
off,
from nobody in there was from Atlanta.
right off the bat, she was like, I said, hey, but aren't you stereotyping us? You know,
Yeah, right off the bat.
right off the
I'm
bat.
going to start slow. I'm like, this this woman just stereotyped people in a racist way and didn't even know it.
I know, right off the bat.
Oh,
She
bro.
was kind of, she was kind of probably in her maybe late 30s,
Something like that.
black, just New York black outfit, you know, just blazer and
I
tie.
mean, I wouldn't. Only people of color in there was me and you.
I know.
What's that about? What are we doing here? Everybody else can leave.
And you know what? You and I stayed. You and I stayed after and told Tim
Yeah,
Goodley.
yeah.
I said, what's up with that?
But yeah, man, I took all the radicals.
Nice.
I think one of them came to me and said, I can't remember. Somebody came and asked me. I know I didn't do this out of the goodness of my heart. I'm not that giving of a person. But somebody came to me and asked me about. I don't know if I was talking to somebody, but the thing is, every time we go to Baltimore,
Yeah.
I would go to this store. It was in walking distance from the building that we worked at.
Really?
Yeah,
You didn't turn
yeah, it
me
was in
on.
walking distance, huh?
Well, they probably didn't have my size.
Oh yeah, they did. They probably did. Shirts, I don't know about pants. They might have had, but they had a guy there. They had a guy there that would do the alterations for you.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm saying?
First class gimmick.
Oh man, the gimmick was tight, man. I'll only buy clothes from two different places. One place in Baltimore and one place in Houston. They were almost like similar, if you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They sold all the get down stuff that I liked that I couldn't get in the mall. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
couldn't get the
Yeah.
stuff that I like in the mall. Unless you might have to be walking. I just didn't like going, back in those days, I didn't like going to the mall because people recognize you.
Right.
So it was hard to go to the mall. I remember the last time I went to a mall, I think I went with my daughter. And I was going to buy her something. Somebody recognized me, and 50,000 people was trying to get my daughter 50,000. I'm like, oh my God, this is not gonna work. And then people start telling other people, and next thing you know, it's a zillion people in this store. You know what I'm saying? So it was hard, man, going to, I think that's the last time I took my daughter shopping. I'm from then on, I told her, your mother got to take you. I can't, you know what I'm saying, go in the mall. 50,000 people driving around malls. But anyway, Mr. Nash, guy named Mr. Nash, he got at a store rather, not too far from my house. Still go to him to this day. Any suit that you see me wear, Mr. Nash hooked it up for me.
Wow.
And those shirts that I
Yeah.
used to wear, those colorful shirts,
You had very nice. You always dressed sharp.
right? I appreciate that. I got those from my man in Baltimore. And then you seen people like The Rock start wearing them. Remember that?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, trying to steal a Ray Dog style. You know what I'm saying? Leave my style alone, Sonny. Leave my style alone. So I hooked them up with some slacks. They started wearing the baggy slacks And those shirts were made out of material, whereas you could fold them up and leave them in your drawer for a year. They never get wrinkled.
Yeah, that's when it was like semi polyester kind of gimmick.
I don't know what they were made out of, man, but they
They were,
might. And the thing is, the cost was maybe $150.
yeah,
That ain't bad.
no, but
That ain't bad.
yeah, but you have body to wear it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you did it.
But I'm just saying,
You were a short dresser.
instead of a $700 shirt, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, right.
no, you could get two or three of them for probably $400.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're between 130 and 160, something like that. But I'm just saying, I love those shirts, man. I love that gimmicks. So those guys went and they loaded up on as much stuff as they could and carry because they hadn't
right,
planned on buying clothes, so they couldn't get a lot of stuff. They didn't have no room in their stuff, in their bags and stuff.
right.
If you see what I'm saying, so they got as much stuff as they can. And to this day, man, Perry will tell you that. You next time you talk to him, you tell
I
him
will. You
Stevie
know
Ray
what?
said he took you guys out to.
Well, Perry talked about you.
Oh, really?
When we did a thing. Yeah, we talked about how you prevent him from uh, getting either arrested or something at the club up north. We did talk about that. He said, "I remember Stevie Ray grabbing me, get me off the stage." Yeah, I remember. I was there.
Oh, yeah, Perry, man. I remember when he first came in, man, and we were down in Disney,
Yeah,
and I took him to the store. It was a store like where we were staying, and I walked to the store with him, man. I didn't even know him. I mean, I knew of him, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the first time he had just flew in down in Disney, and he was staying at the same place we were staying at. Now, always a cool guy to talk to, man.
Yeah, Perry's a good guy.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate what happened to him, but yeah, getting back to the video game thing that I'm involved with, Perry, you know, you should be in it. If you're interested, I hook you up.
yeah,
But
man. I'm always interested in stuff like that.
yeah, so there's there's you get a piece of the action, but 10% of the proceed from the game goes toward that wrestler in need. You know,
Okay, then that plays right into what I'm talking about.
yeah. So you fold right
That
into
plays right into what I'm
exactly.
talking about. But like I said, I'm putting a lot of this stuff in the book, and when it comes out, I'm calling out everybody. I'm calling out everybody because it shouldn't be like this. And I want to start something to help the fallen heroes.
Yeah, it should be some kind of education. You know, if when you
Yeah.
start making the money, I'm not saying that. See, this is two things that I want to bring to, to the front.
Okay.
They talk about boys making. You know, I mean, the comparisons is wrong. If you go work for a corporation or if you go work for a store, you get a regular job, you get your paycheck, and they say, okay, you make $100,000 a year. Well, $100,000 a year is great for most people. You know that's a good, decent living wage. But then you got taxes, right?
Right.
So you can knock off now 30% of that. You
Right.
know, but what if you after taxes you have to pay for all your transportation,
Right.
all your meals while you're traveling? See, that's what people don't understand. You know, I think WCW back then, a wrestler would, I think they give you guaranteed $75,000 a year when you get signed to a power plant. You know, getting you ready to go. You know, back then, $75,000.
Sonny, you cut yourself off again.
Sorry, I lost you
Sonny,
there.
why you keep cutting yourself off?
I don't know. Thinking
All
in
right.
term, thinking in term,
Uh huh.
but people don't realize that. Let's say you make $350,000. People go, "Oh, you make $350,000 a year. That's a lot of money."
Okay.
No, it's not. When you think
No.
about, it, you got to pay for all your rental cars.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
I think it
And
was
you.
anything under 300 miles. You have to drive. You have to find
Right.
your own transportation.
Right.
300 miles is a long ways. That,
300 miles is a long fucking way.
that's 6 hour drive.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
you got
probably
to
more
pick
than
your
that.
own
Probably about six and a
hotel.
half. Yeah.
Your own hotel.
Right.
You're there for 3, 4 nights minimum.
Now,
And
sometimes just one night.
so even
Most
then,
time,
yeah.
most time, just one night. Every
But
now and then, we would go to areas where the towns were within, I don't know, 150 miles, maybe two towns or
yeah.
something like that, and you can stay in the same place for 2 days.
Hmm.
Other than that, man, you got to drive to the next town. I ain't trying to drive another 180 miles to do a show and then drive another 180 miles to get back to the same fucking hotel. You might as well get a hotel up where you at. But every now and then, in some of the in the Georgia areas, we did that. Every now and then in some other, but other than that, man, most time it's one night, and you got to drive to the next town because the next town might be 220 miles,
When,
so
when
you
you
can't come
take out
back.
the when you take out the expenses,
Right?
taxes, it ain't that much money.
It's not that much money. People don't understand that.
Well,
So
I
when
think
people
that's
hear about it, just like the NFL, people hear about, oh, the guy got a $100 million contract. Well, $100 million in the NFL to a guy that's 27 years old, got no real dependents, got no real write-off, this, that, and the other. Most of his money is going to the state and to his agents, managers, this, that, and the other, just like boxing.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? The guy get $30 million for a fight. If he can bring home 14 million, 12, he did good.
yeah,
He did good. Because
yeah,
between all states, a difference when it comes to taxes. Then your
yeah,
manager is 10%. Your agent is 15%. That's 25%. We ain't even got to the state and the regulation, the boxing commission. We ain't even got to them yet.
yeah. You trainers,
That's what I'm saying. Your trainer is usually 15%.
you cut man,
They get
all
paid
that.
by the fight.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Yeah.
those
At the end of
expenses
the
all
day,
the
and
money.
we're no different. So when you take that same $30 million and turn it into 300 million, I mean 300,000, you right. Depending on you got. I used to tell people, I got two homes I'm paying for.
Yeah,
I'm paying for my home where I live, and I'm paying for my temporary home when I travel.
yeah. Well, look, you're on the road for 300 plus days a year.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you add up how many hotels
Oh
I
my God.
paid for in 1 month, it is more than my mortgage.
Oh yeah. Without
If
a
you see
doubt.
what I'm saying, it's more than my mortgage.
No.
So it's like me paying two mortgages
Yeah.
at the same time.
Or
We
more.
ain't got to the food that I got to keep in my house and the food that I have to eat on the road.
Yeah.
And the
No.
gas that I got in my regular cars and the gas I got to put in my rental car.
Yeah. Yeah. People don't realize that. Well, I mean, that's education stuff that people, and so then there's no guarantee on your work.
No.
You can get your leg cut off next week because your
Right.
partner got hurt. You know.
It just, like I said, the money was one thing, but you can't live but see, a lot of guys, if you do it long enough, you can start to see where I can save here, save there, so on and so
Yeah.
forth. But when you're just starting out and somebody throw $100,000 contract in your face,
Yeah.
well, you think you just hit the lottery,
Oh yeah. Without a doubt.
and you're young. You know what I'm saying? And you're out here living, and hey, brother, you can go through it quick.
Yeah, I mean, you were living on $35,000 a year before you got into wrestling. All of a
Right,
sudden, somebody throw you that kind of number. But
right.
the truth of the matter is, there's a lot of expense that we just talked
But
about.
like I said, they never been on the road at that time.
No,
A lot of people don't realize. Like I was just reading somebody. I think that was Alpha. Living on the road is expensive. I know it's exhausting time and times again. I can see why performers get grumpy. I can only imagine now with all the inflation and gouging. Yeah, tell me about it, Alpha. Yeah, he's 100% right.
yeah, Stevie
So
Ray, Stevie Ray used to be a real smiley, nice guy. Always go.
I'm still. What are you talking
After he got
about?
on the road, after he been in professional wrestling, he got started looking like this.
No, I never looked like that.
Oh
And
yeah,
who drew that? And what is that for? What is that? I see that T-shirt you got on. What is that?
it said Mad Ape.
Jonathan Coleman. I'm currently in wrestling school in Sacramento. Man, something just went in my throat. Let me drink
Wrestling
something.
school. Okay,
That's a little better.
get back reading what Jonathan said.
He was saying that he's currently in a wrestling school in Sacramento. That's great, brother. Hang in there. Wrestling schools are totally different nowadays than they are back in the day. Back in the day, you had to have a reputable reputation to open a wrestling school. Nowadays, anybody can open a wrestling school. I hope it ain't one of those places, man, where some fly by night, huh?
Did you see the Netflix Al Snow's Ohio Valley wrestling
No.
on Netflix? I watched the whole thing. It's pretty good. You know Al. He's a good guy. It's a good show. I recommend people see it. I think it,
Okay.
I think it was trending as one of the top show on Netflix.
Oh, okay, good.
And it's a reality base. Everybody's starving,
Right.
making ends meet. Well, it shows what the real struggle that wrestlers try to get there.
Right.
So
Right. And uh that's the part a lot of people don't get, and that's the part that's really not chronicled to the to most of the audience, man. And that's the thing, man. A lot of these things I'm going to talk about in the book just to make people see things in a different kind of way. But the main thing is life after professional wrestling.
yeah, and you know what? There's no education there either. I mean, what?
Oh no. It's just like anything else, brother. Like I said, just like a racehorse.
Hmm.
When you can't race no more, who cares about you? It's just like right now, I was having conversations with different people about certain things, especially on a couple other podcasts. And what I brought up, Sonny, was I said, how many people remember 9/11?
Most of us.
That was just in 2001.
Yeah.
You remember when they was changing? They come up with the Patriot Act, and people said, "I'll give up my freedoms so I can be protected by my government." You remember that? How dumb does that sound nowadays? Because you were afraid, Sonny. You were afraid that the terrorist was going to come and get you. Osama bin Laden is out there. He's lurking.
My goodness.
He did 9/11. Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago, Sonny, but how many people have forgotten about it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got short-term memory. You see how many people came together? I don't care if you was Jew or Gentile, black or white, you know what I'm saying, old or young. Everybody came together as a country. Look at us now.
Yeah. We're divided.
Look at us now.
Well, that's a theory of common enemy thing. You know what I mean?
Well, this is the thing. You should never, ever give up on your fellow man over someone else's agenda.
Yeah.
I never gave up on Sonny Ono. Even though all those Japanese people call me a black bummer, I never took it out on you.
Hey,
I never took it out on
we'll give you
you.
free
I
stuff.
could have.
We give you free salad. Come on.
I didn't want no salad. That's the deal. I didn't want no salad, Sonny. I wanted my pancakes.
Yeah, but
You know you don't keep
you
a
were hogging
you
them
don't
pancakes.
you know you ever heard of you know Aunt your mama pancakes are the best pancakes in the world.
What the Aunt Jemima was that a syrup? Wasn't that Aunt Jemima? You know,
She
she
make
was a real
pancakes too.
person. You know that, right?
Huh?
She was a real person. She was one of the very first person actually. No, no. People get a
I
little
hear
excited.
you.
No, she was the first person actually licensed herself
Right.
and made money.
Right.
And so when people talk about how Aunt Jemima is a racist, and all that stuff, no, no, she's the one who
This is
benefited
this
from it.
this is the deal, man. Everything's changing. Everything that used to be fine is not fine anymore. It's just like the Washington Redskins. It's not fine anymore.
No,
People find because of everything being different now and the world is changing, people are offended by so many different things that people didn't used to be offended by.
yeah,
And that is the world we live in right now. But going back to what I was saying, what I was talking about, uh, look at 9/11, that's the same way with a professional wrestler. When he's not on top anymore, when he's not breaking his fucking ass anymore, when he's not going through 15 divorces, okay? And all these other different things, or some drug uh, situation, or alcohol situation, or mental situation. Who gives a damn about him? Who grieves for him then?
right,
Nobody. Nobody. But I do. I do, Sonny.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm going to show the world that I do. I'm going to show you, Sonny.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. And the whole world out there that's listening to Stevie Ray right now.
Speaking of wrestler being married, how many times have you been married?
None of your business.
Well, Hulk had just got married.
I saw that.
Looks an awful lot like his
He's
daughter, doesn't
he signed up for he signed up for another tour of duty.
he?
This one might put him in the grave.
Well, he's my age, so you know he he's got it going on.
Hey man, let Hulk live his life, man.
Oh no, I'm
He
happy
got
for
the
him.
money from Gawker, whoever it was.
Yeah,
He got the money.
I yeah, you know, I think his ex-wife was still. I I
You think
think
she got most of that?
no, I think she was still suing him. I wonder if that got settled. You know,
Oh, I don't know.
but you know how tough she was. Remember, she was right through when we drove. This is the true story, ladies and gentlemen. We were Stevie Ray and I. We was from Minnesota to Sturgis.
Sturgis
We were riding a bike, and we had a truck. We had a semi and stuff that guys could, we could ride in a million
and an
dollar truck.
RV.
Yeah, and so, but she rode that bike all the way through
Right.
rain, hail, everything.
Right.
And she was one of the only persons right there riding, and we all get in a bus. But
Oh,
man,
she was tough.
she's tough, boy.
She was tough. I was always cool with her, man. I was always cool with her.
Yeah, she was always nice.
Yeah, she's always a cool person, man.
Yeah.
Always a cool person, man. Uh,
But
hey, man, that's how the old mop flops sometimes, Sonny.
yep, yeah. Never know.
Sonny, these are some of my notes.
Oh, okay.
That's what I do every day. Not every day, but 3 days a week. I'm up
Yeah,
here going through things. I'm writing things.
good.
Yes, chronicling things, Sonny. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not giving anybody any air. Yeah, you're the part of the solution or you're part of the problem. That's why I say 9/11 wasn't that long ago. And they took your liberties from you. And you didn't even care because you were scared. Now the whole world is going topsy-turvy.
Yeah, I know it.
Now the
I
whole
got.
world is going topsy-turvy. Either you're part of the solution or you're part of the problem. Sonny, I want to be a part of the solution.
Oh, me too. But I got one question for you before we
What's
go.
that?
If I called you,
Which I hope you don't. But anyway, go ahead.
if I called you, man, don't be such a round eye.
Don't worry. What?
A round eye.
What's that?
That's how our agent think of you, European based or African based.
Wait a
But
minute. European and African, that's two diametrically.
because no, because you all have. I'm not talking about color of your skin. I'm talking about your feature. Okay, you all have round eyes.
Not me.
Well, yeah, you have brown eyes. What do you mean you don't have brown eyes? But
I
would
got
you
re-
would you
I got just a
consider
regular eyes.
would you consider that a racist statement?
Yes.
Brown eyes a racist statement?
It is to me.
Okay, well, I'm asking you.
I'm checking you right now, brother. I'm
Okay,
checking your racism at the doorstep.
all right, all right.
Yeah, I'm checking you. What you doing? What you doing? Trying out your racism on me?
No,
If it get
I'm
past Stevie,
trying.
then I can use it on somebody else.
You call me N word
I
and
never called you no N word.
uh,
That was Ernest Miller.
okay. Ernest calls me the N word, my little, and and I said, man, that's racist, right? And he goes, no. He says the term of endearment. I said, but I can't say that.
Sonny, I was just a couple of weeks ago talking to a lot of young people,
Yeah,
okay, college students and stuff like that,
yeah.
and see, I have to educate my young sisters and brothers, man, on a lot of things as it pertains to what you're talking about right now. And see, I have to let them know. See, it's the Ernest Millers of the world that makes things bad for all of us.
I'm a,
See, you see what I'm saying? See, a guy like Ernest Miller, when I go to the United Nations and I'm putting together my whole proposal right now,
yes.
okay? And when it might take me 10 years from now, but when I get granted my state for Stevieville, okay?
Yes, yes.
You know who ain't coming?
Ernest Mel.
He ain't coming. He ain't coming.
But he's going to be knocking on that state door going, hey, brother.
You remember the Ten Commandments? Remember when Moses said, let my people go? And all the people, they were leaving
Yeah,
with their animals and everything.
yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
But you remember that one, who was that? The one dude that wanted to stay and the one that kept telling the people, oh, what can he do for you? Where's
Yeah,
your God now?
yeah.
Edward G. Robinson? Remember him?
Yes,
That's Ernest.
he was worshiping the idol.
Yeah, yeah, that's Ernest. So I already know you ain't gonna want to come. You want to stay over there with everybody else. So I'm leaving you. You and your chickens and your roosters. You okay? And your billy goats. Yeah, I'm gonna leave him over there. Okay? Not just him. About 4 or 5 million. They gotta stay. Only like 38 million can go to Stevieville.
So when
The
you
rest of them gotta stay.
so when you call me my little N,
I never called you that. What are you talking about?
I take it as a
Ernest called you that.
okay. Ernest calls me that. He told me that was a term of endearment. I said if
See, that's what I'm saying. He's discombobulated, bro.
so I said if I called you, hey, my big N, I might get my ass kicked. I said
What did he say?
no, I said this to him. I said I'm gonna try that on a Stevie Ray. I'm gonna say, hey, my big N. I think he would kick my ass.
Okay, let me give you an example.
Yes, please.
This is a true story before we leave.
Okay.
No, this is a true story.
All
You
right.
know, you always trigger stories out of me when you bring up a bunch of your bigoted stuff, okay? Only thing I gotta do is just wait for you to bring up something. You're gonna trigger something in my head, all right?
All right.
You just did.
All right.
Back when we were in wrestling school,
Yeah.
1989,
Okay.
maybe early 1990.
Okay.
We were already finished with wrestling school, but we would go back to train,
Yeah.
if you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody knows how African Americans use the N word, okay?
Yes.
But people don't realize, what people do realize, that does not give you permission, like you're talking about right now, Mr.
Right.
Sonny Ono,
And I don't
okay?
use it.
Well, I don't know about all that, but anyway, okay?
I don't want to get my
Yeah. That's what you say to me. But then when you're not around me, then there ain't no telling what's going on. But anyway, I'm not going to get on you right now. I'll catch you eventually, okay? You'll slip up one day. I'll catch you eventually. Okay. So, this is a true story.
All right.
Okay, this was back when Ahmed
Oh.
and some of the other guys that I know were in wrestling school. You know, we was before them, okay? And we would go back to help some of the young guys coming up in the wrestling school, right?
Okay.
And this one, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was friends with a couple of the guys that had went through our class. And I think he was trying to be a manager. I know he wasn't trying to wrestle, so I think he was trying to be a manager.
Okay.
And for some reason or another, he was always getting into our conversations when we would talk amongst ourselves. Okay?
I know the type. Yeah.
Okay? Always, you know, and it's like, okay, no big deal, man, you know. And he's a white guy. He's a white guy. Caucasian man, you know, European descent. Just want to get that out there. So,
Well, it makes a big difference.
well, so he was, I can't remember what was going on, but it was kind of, I can't remember if it was before we started training or after. But for some reason, he wanted to use the N word. It was almost like itching at his gut. Like, I just got to do this. And he ran up and he did it with the wrong person. Well, anybody in there, me, Ahmed, my brother, all three of us
Yes.
would be the last person to do that with. Okay?
Yeah, I would agree, especially
Okay.
if you're a white complexion guy.
Right. And then he goes, I can't remember what had went down. We were laughing about something, me and some of the other guys, my brother, Ahmed, blah, blah, blah. And then he steps in and go, something nigga.
Well,
What do you think? What do you think about that, nigga? Something like that,
Okay.
in a playful, jovial way. Okay, Sonny. And that's the last thing he remembered.
You get his shit slapped out of him.
My brother knocked him out.
Oh no.
Yeah, my brother knocks this fucking guy out. And I didn't see it because my back had turned and I didn't hear him. You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
I just heard, you know, like that. Pow! And I turn around, this sucker's on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
And then my brother's like, who the fuck you talk, mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, over him, about to put the boots to him.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I gotta grab my brother. Yeah, I gotta grab him. He's ready to kill the guy. I swear to God, if I wasn't there, I honestly believe my brother would have killed the guy. Literally. No, this is a true story. I've never told you this story
Oh no. This
because it happened so long ago, huh?
This is so interesting.
This is a true story. I can't make this stuff up. And then he got up holding his eye. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as soon as he took his hand off his eye, it was already messed up. You seen karate, you know, you seen that orbital bone area, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then my brother was like, you son, I mean, he was livid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, calm down, dog, calm down. Oh man, I was just, what did he, the dude said something, I was just playing, man, like, you know, like when they do on a rap, I don't, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This uneducated white boy way of looking at stuff, you know, that he didn't get. Brother, you're not allowed in this. I don't. You listen to hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? And you look at movies and all this other stuff, and you think, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a. At the end of the day, brother, stay away from something that you don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just stay the fuck. But no, you just had to push the envelope. And my brother said something like, he said it. I guess he had said it before.
Oh, not good.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe in an undertone.
Yeah.
And you wasn't 100% sure. I don't know, maybe weeks before.
Yeah.
But he was right in my brother's face when he said that. I can't remember exactly how my brother put that, but he was like, so he was already pissed off. But I couldn't confirm it. But I confirmed this one.
Well,
And I'm like,
that's such a great story because Booker T
uh-huh.
is known for you and sharing Booker T using the N word on Hulk Hogan. Booker T is famous for that. And the reaction on him, Sherry, and you is such a classic.
Well,
Reaction on your face is
uh-huh.
so good. You're like, initially you're
But
like,
this the thing, man. I didn't at the end of the day,
yeah.
I didn't sell it.
No, but
I didn't sell it.
But you were surprised.
The thing, like I told people, I'm not listening to him. I subconsciously I heard it. Consciously I didn't. If that makes sense.
Oh Lord.
Then after we threw it, like, did I just hear something? Did I just hear something?
Yeah,
it was like that,
Yeah.
But we was off the air by then. But Sonny,
And
another great show.
Your brother totally sold it. He was like, it's the best.
Well, my brother beat up a guy over the N-word. Then the brother, I guess it was poetic justice.
Yeah.
10 years later, gets caught doing the N-word. Oh, well, Sonny.
Great show.
Okay, everybody. I'm going to do a makeup show hopefully tomorrow night with Jimmy. Couldn't do it last night. So, hey, man, we appreciate everybody hanging along with us tonight, man. From a big dog right there, Sonny Ono. Never take anything we say about each other personally because that's how we've been for 25 years.
Yes,
But at the end of the day, for my man Sonny Ono, I'm Stevie Ray. And you are listening and watching the World's Most Dangerous Podcast. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. All right.